What's going on, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar. Thank you for joining us, me, right now. This Saturday morning, 11 o'clock in the state of Kentucky. And hope everyone is doing well, whether it's morning, afternoon, night, the next day, whatever it is, wherever you are. Hope everybody's staying healthy and safe out there. Omnibus Prime. That's right. Somebody needs to draw that for me. That's a dang t-shirt idea. So, hope everybody's doing well. And yeah, I got a couple of things to talk about. And man, I accidentally released one of my videos early yesterday. Some of y'all probably saw that my advanced overview of All New Wolverine came out. And then for some reason, I had it set to release on Monday, was my overview of the Untold Tales of Spider-Man. So, but they went, for some reason, I'm an idiot. And I guess I went ahead and, yeah. Released it. So hey, you all got two advanced overviews. So yeah, where's everybody from? Greetings from Central Illinois. What's up, Kenny? Northeast Ohio. Luis, I got the Hellfire box set. Yeah, I think I'm going down that rabbit hole of Marvel Legends again, thanks to my buddy Tyler, Super Squad D. Hey, Glenn from the UK. I'm doing okay, man. I got plenty of sleep today. Which I needed because I was sleep deprived this whole week. Hello from Mallorca, from España. What's up, Gabriel? How you doing? Hey, Reese. How are you? Hola de Argentina. Acá viene de Peru. Hello from Turkey. Love both overviews. Thanks, man. Oh, well, I got other videos. I was just like, oh, man, like my X-Men reading order part 3. I'm trying to condense them to 8. So I had to make this one a little bit longer because this was supposed to be part 3 and 4. I had it mapped out in my head. I'm like, no, I got to do a part 3 and we'll see where it goes. So it's a little bit longer. What's up, República Dominica? Hey, Omar, hope all is well. Yeah, things are going well. Israel. New York City's in the house. What's up, Ben? We got your letter, buddy. We got your letter. So you're in Cleveland. Ohio. Hey, Omar. This didn't come up in the YouTube bell thingy. It didn't? Huh. That's weird. YouTube's having a lot of issues lately. I don't know why. One of the things that I disputed with them about last week, which was really stressful and took, oh my gosh, hours and a couple of days, but was the watch to like ratio, which is very important for anybody that does YouTube. Anybody. So for some reason, when we did the live show last week, we had over 220 likes, and then 10 minutes later, we had 148. So I knew then to start taking pictures and let YouTube know, because they were like, well, we need proof. So then they finally admitted a couple of days later that they were having problems with their view to like ratio, which is kind of weird, but I hope they got it fixed. Oscari. Hi, no, Maddie's not here to read that. Sorry. What's up, Carly from Virginia? Kenneth, what's up? What's up? Yeah, come up around 15 minutes before the video. That's really weird. Omar, my drum channel is going through the same thing. I had 37 likes on a new upload, and in an hour it went down to 11. Yeah, a lot of people are going through this. So I don't know what's going on. Like they said, they're working on it, or they may have fixed it. I hope they do. So we'll see. Hello, Omar. Did you watch the Ed Brubaker interview on Fat Man Beyond? I did. I did. And sorry, I'm waking up here. I actually commented on that a few weeks ago. The amazing Amanda and I have a comic book movie show on Wednesday night and on Friday night. And on Friday nights, we're reviewing Falcon Winter Soldier. And I commented, because people are upset with Ed Brubaker, and rightly so. He's not getting royalties for creating the character of Winter Soldier. But sadly, that's just the way it is when you're working for a corporation. I think many of us have worked for somebody that we've created things for, and they still use it, and we don't get a dime, right? So it sucks, but it's just part of it's part of that life, and which is why it kind of got him to do his own independent stuff. So wonderful for him. Put his name on the spotlight for a lot of people that didn't know who Ed Brubaker was, and now people purchase books just based on his name alone. So It sucks, but it's just part of what the corporate corporate America is, and contracts. I mean, Siegel and Schuster had to, like, there's all lawsuits and stuff for copyrights. Like, all of it honestly started with the Superman movie. When the Superman movie was announced, the two creators did not get any royalties, or were not going to get any royalties. So the lawyers for Siegel and Schuster, sued the studio and DC Comics. That's why DC Comics took a long time for them to use the name Superboy. It's kind of weird, but it's all there. No. Okay, so that's the other thing. But Brubaker didn't create Bucky; he just repurposed him, right? And see, I don't know what the deal with that is either, because I honestly don't know what the deal with Judd Winnick and Red Hood is. He didn't create the character of Red, or the character behind the Red Hood. He created or updated character to make him the Red Hood. But I don't know what the deal is. I know that when I talked to Len Wein, who created Wolverine, he told me, like, he never got any money. This is when he was still alive, of course. He never got any money for creating Wolverine, but he would get a check when they would use Lucius Fox in a Batman movie or cartoon. So it's all part of when the contracts were signed. So, what's up, Joe? How you doing, buddy? Lord Omar, what did future hold for Ram V in your opinion? Seems to be a great up-and-coming writer. I really enjoy his writing. So I'm hoping to see him do more and more work for... I think he's in Justice League. Is he doing Justice League now? I know he was doing Justice League Dark for a little while. Hey, Omar, when is the most likely time for a King in Black Omnibus? Good question. I don't know. Maybe sometime in 2022. I do have... I've got some announcements to make starting next week, I think. Yeah, just waiting for confirmation and approval. The Bill Finger saga is one of the saddest ones, and so glad he's starting to get his name back in the works. Yeah, it is. It is awesome that he's starting to get his name back in the works. But honestly, that's a case of too little, too late. That man died broke in an apartment by himself. So I understand. Like, it's wonderful to see his name credited. I mean, growing up, Bob Kane was one of my idols. I remember seeing Bob Kane at a Mid-Ohio Con years ago, over 20-something years ago. And I was like, that's the guy that created Batman. And now, future generations are learning that it wasn't just him. So that sucks. And yeah, he died broke and alone. I think the only credit he got was in the Batman live-action show, if I'm not mistaken. I've yet to see that documentary. They made a really good documentary on Hulu. Hey, Omni Gang, wish I could stay, but I got to go meet some friends. Go meet some friends, man. We all need that. Anyway, wishing you all a happy weekend and a good stream. I'll catch up later. Thanks for the super chat, buddy. Thank you. Can I ask, will Flashpoint Omnibus get boring along the time? As you're reading it, it depends. If you're not digging the miniseries, then of course it's going to get boring. Flashpoint itself is only 5 issues. The lead into Flashpoint is only 6 issues or so. So, I don't find it boring. Yeah, it's like the Batman. Hey, there's my wife. The Batman and Me or something like that. I haven't seen it yet. I just know the story because, oh my gosh, a decade or so ago, it finally broke like everywhere. Was telling the story of Bill Finger. All right. Dang. Yeah. Any surprise? I'll go back to that super chat here in a second. Any surprises for the reprint poll so far? Surprises, not real. Honey, hold on. Let me scoot over.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
Hi, surprises. Okay, we have almost 3,200 votes locked in. So we put an IP filter in to make sure nobody was trying to abuse the system and voting 100 times. How about this? No, I'm not surprised with the numbers showing some of the things that I kind of expected them to show, but which is a reason why I only added one X-Men OHC, which is the Fall of the Mutants in here, because if I had added every X-Men OHC to this list, it would have been nothing but X-Men votes. And while while Marvel knows that X-Men sells, I also want to give a chance to a lot of people that didn't get a chance to get all the other Marvel characters in omnibus format. So, yeah, it's actually pretty good right now. I saw a lot of these coming. Some of them surprised me, honestly. There's one in here that I'm like, huh? Okay. I guess a lot of people missed out on that. So, I will say, though, it ain't looking good for us Tomb of Dracula folks compared to other books. But hey, it's not my poll. It's your all's chance. There's a super chat that I missed earlier. So
good morning, everybody. I woke up now it's exactly an hour ago, so that's why I am late, but that's okay.
That's okay. Hey, Omar, first 5 of the day. Thank you so much, Mr. Tolliver, for the super chat. Just started reading Invincible thanks to the show on Amazon. Will they image reprint? Yeah, the image will stay, or the hardcovers are going to stay evergreen. They will keep those in print. They sell too well. Robert Kirkman knows it sells too well. So like the Walking Dead hardcovers, they'll keep those coming back into print.
There's a Bill Finger documentary on Hulu?
That's what we were talking about earlier, the Bill Finger documentary.
Thanks, Kyle. Let's just only say that to each other from now on. No other conversation.
Hey, Trichinosis had something that I wanted to comment because I kept getting emails and messages all day yesterday.
Trichinosis. No, Starbucks. Sometimes I get tired of it. I wanted something without cream in it.
It's like, what's up, Omar Reyes? How you doing, buddy?
Here, you found it out. Yeah.
All right.
I can't find it.
There's a good question about one of the books that has changed in the catalog. There we go. Good morning, everyone. Let's kick it off. Hot. Your take on X-Men by Hickman Omnibus. So, the book that I got to announce back in a couple months ago was the X-Men by Jonathan Hickman oversized hardcover. We knew we were going to get an Excalibur and Marauders, and now we just needed confirmation that we were going to get the Hickman X-Men oversized hardcover. So, in the catalog yesterday, that changed to an omnibus, and they added the giant size issues, and taking it all the way to the end of his run, which I think is issue 21, and then skipping the X of Swords issues. So that means that they probably wanted to add more and realize, much like the case of Absolute Carnage, that this book is getting too big to be an oversized hardcover. Let's just go ahead and make it an omnibus, which makes sense. Now, does that mean that they're not ever going to do a Dawn of X omnibus, which is the way that I wanted them to collect it? Probably not for a while. They're probably going to see what the sales of these oversized hardcovers go like, and then start focusing on the Reign of X, which is the follow-up to the Dawn of X, and then whatever they end up calling the last of the trilogy, I guess the Fall of X. Dawn, Fall, Rain. What comes after
Snow? I don't know. Winter.
Snow of X.
You were saying rain. Oh, wait, there is one. I was thinking rain.
No, not rain.
Rain keeps falling on my head. Oh, I got it right. So, and Androx321, you clicked on link Spread Shop takes to the American site. So do you access it? Because even though it's the North American site, like they ship internationally. That's why I picked them. So when you go to check out, you should be able to, unless you're in the Philippines, for some reason, there's a drop-down box and you can pick your country. So, but thanks for checking it out. It is 15% off for 2 more days. And we're not wearing our merchandising.
Horrible people.
Well, we can't every week.
No. X-Men by Hickman Omnibus, I guess that means no Dawn of X Omni. I don't think so. I think there's still a chance. Doesn't mean it really doesn't mean that. It's Marvel. And it's X-Men. They'll know we'll buy it, and they know we'll damn well buy a Dawn of X Omnibus when that comes out. So we will see.
What about X of X? That's getting too meta.
Awesome name. Connor had a good question. Okay, so as far as the poll, so far, I'm leaving it open until 8 a.m. next Friday on the 23rd. And the results, we'll have them in a couple of days. I'll send the list over to David, and then I'll make a video about what your all's top 10. Maybe I'll do the top 20 just to see where your books that you all voted for are.
That's a good idea. Yeah, let everyone know.
I mean, honestly, it's no surprise probably to a lot of people with some of these books. You know, a lot of X titles. of course. Some books with Hickman's name on it made it to the top. But we'll see. We'll see.
Ooh,
we'll see.
Eve of X. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like the way that sounds.
Hey,
Jack's asking, what brand of bookcases do you use for heavy? Omnibus.
Kalax. I always go
let me get this
Kalax.
Yeah, from IKEA. Dr. Horrible is hilarious. I was suggesting it yesterday. Yes, with Neil Patrick Harris as Dr. Horrible and Captain Hammer is Nathan Fillion.
Captain Hammer's my hero.
Yes, I got him a Captain Hammer shirt.
I love that character.
But yeah, dude, really quick. And when I was teaching high school, at the end of every final exam, I would watch this in class and ask a student who had she wasn't a freshman anymore. She'd come from the other classes. We'd watch it, sing it in the front row. And this one student said, that's the worst thing I've ever watched. And I was like, I don't care. Good times.
Okay, no lie, I'm kind of bummed that Wolverine and the X-Men won't reprint the original Dust Jacket art. There's a word for that, and I cannot remember what it's called because, dang it, there's an actual term for this, and it is when you're missing out on something because it's not available. It's not FOMO, but I feel like I would be the same way because I like that Bacalo cover. And the one that I have is the Nick Bradshaw cover. And the Nick Bradshaw cover is not available this time around. It's the Bacalo cover and the Stuart Eminem cover. But because it's not available, I think I would be in the same way. Damn it, I wish that cover was available. Just like if the Bacalo cover was not available the first time around, and I kind of wanted them to use it. I just hope they remove the Regenesis title from it. That would be cool. And I cannot remember the term for what that's called when you're missing out on something because it's not available. And at least
that knows.
At least the book is going to be available though, and coming back into print.
What about Saw for X?
Yeah. No. No. And also the
oh yeah, super chats.
It also means that, you know, they're going to change up the game the way they do reprints, because there are a group of people, I don't know how many there are, that are upset with all these reprints. I didn't know that people would be upset with reprints, like making their collections less. I swear, there's a group of people that hate me because they think
it's making it less valuable?
Yeah, but like they do realize that these are collections of comic books, right? Like the reprints of comic books already. So I don't know. I'm just trying to make it accessible for everybody. Omar, what's the latest on Witchblade hardcover volume 2?
Thanks, Lionheart.
Thank you for the super chat, my dude. It was the soft cover came out from Diamond, but Diamond was shorted a bunch of hardcovers. I don't know what the heck is going on at Diamond and Dark Horse and Image, but it's a nightmare right now. So just in case, try to pre-order your books through Amazon as a backup. That's what I'm telling everybody. I did the same thing with Usagi Yojimbo Volume 9 because I don't want to miss out on Usagi Yojimbo Saga Volume 9. And I have a feeling that a lot of people got their copies of Usagi Yojimbo Volume 1 through Amazon. And somebody told me I need to stop doing my top 10 must-buys, most essentials, because what did they tell me? They said, I think you just made that Usagi Yojimbo Volume 1 reprint more valuable than the first printing because there's only 600 of them.
Oh my gosh.
Everyone is sold out. But some people are still getting them from Amazon, so keep that in mind. Omar Reyes told me how much he wants a cross-gen omnibus. Something about willing to give away all his value. Wait a minute now.
I don't
is this
know
true?
If that's true.
Is this
Are
true?
you messing with him?
Because right now, Marvel sits on the copyrights, I think, of both CrossGen and Malibu comics, for anybody that remembers those. And CrossGen was my jam, dude. CrossGen. Sadly, they never really wrapped up any of the stories. So I don't know if they will ever print them, honestly, because I'd love for Ron Mars and Jimmy Chung to go back and finish Scion. That would be cool, or wrap up some of the stories from Sojourn. But thank you so much for the kind super chat, by the way.
Michael says, really enjoy Melanie's videos up in Canada. Omar has a neutral accent. He could be a Canuck.
I could be.
Melanie would not be confused with a Canadian.
No, absolutely not.
And see, here's the thing is that I'm not Southern culture. Yeah, I'm not. I'm geeky culture, and I don't know. I just talk like that. So, but thanks for enjoying the videos, and I'll take it. I don't take it as an insult. That's just how I talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just letting you know that I didn't take it as an insult. Yeah.
I think Malibu were the ones that published Men in Black, and I know a lot of people probably don't remember, but they were also the ones that were helping Image Comics kind of help launch. So a lot of them had the Malibu imprint inside of the Image Comics, and a lot of the colorists from Malibu started doing some Image coloring. Hi there. Any potential for Tomb of Dracula and or a Blade and Epic collection? Tomb of Dracula already is coming out in complete collections, and I think that's the way they're going to see it out. Blade and Epic collection, that's a tough one, because how would you collect Blade just in chronological order? So that would be... I'm
getting it. I'm trying.
I'm not... I was just letting you know there's a...
Yeah,
echo.
I know.
All right. Tomb of Dracula. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Complete collections. How would you collect Blade? I guess Blade can be collected the same way that... Man, I'm so sorry. I don't...
another question.
No. It's a good question, though. Because I would collect Blade like you did all the other... Sorry, there's things going on upstairs. And oh, it's our daughters. No, you come back home.
Yeah, back home. Okay? Bye-bye.
All right, you come back.
Yeah. Let me get this and you think about it.
I'm really
Apollo
struggling
Briggs, do you
here.
think we'll ever get Innocenti DD Omnibus?
I think Daredevil had a lot of
thank you for the super chat.
Creators that worked on him that, my brain is drawing like a... Yes, we'll get one. I promise. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Gabriel, Melanie, I picked up the Princess Leia trade paperback yesterday and finished it this morning. Oh, cool. Good. I'm glad you liked it. It's a quick read, right? And
like Black Widow. Like Black Widow, you would have to create make an omnibus or an epic collection like Black Widow. Show all the chronological appearances of Blade, because Blade really didn't have his own ongoing series until the 90s. So that's the way I would collect it. I would almost say with the movie coming out, they might go the omnibus route, which is cool. I would love that. I would love to see a Blade omnibus.
Okay, and we got another super chat from Daniel. Thank you. Hey, Omar, does Dark Horse reprint EC archives? The Horde books are all OP except for like 2 odd volumes, and Weird Fantasy is getting expensive.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. When they first started getting those from Gemstone Publishing, they said that they were going to keep them in print and then reprint the ones that Gemstone had done. Now it seems like they're just printing them once every... we used to get 1 or 2 a month, and now it's 1 maybe a year. So I don't know. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I can reach out to my contact over there.
So to go, is this what you were talking about earlier? You were talking about Malibu colorists working for Image?
I was, yeah. So some of the colorists that were at Malibu went over to Image. Some of the inkers went over there before Marvel bought out Malibu, and that whole thing happened. But now Marvel owns the rights to Malibu, so it'll be interesting to see if they're ever going to be any kind of collection of those. Probably not. Just it's a different kind of franchise, or completely different characters. Even though they had a crossover with the Avengers and then the Exiles, like Juggernaut and Sienna Blaze. Does anybody remember that? Join the Malibu characters. You don't remember?
No. Connor, we're talking about is 2015, I believe.
Oh, the Mark Waid?
Mark Waid. It's just Princess Leia is the name of the trade. It's 5 issues. Yeah, it's pretty short. We read it for old reader, new reader with Wonder Maddie. So yeah, it's a palette cleanser.
It's a fast read, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Omar? Do you think we can get an Invincible hardcover compendium? We already have 3. They're only available through Skybound Studios. I don't know if they have any left. The only place you could usually find them are at conventions or on their website. Every once in a while, Skybound will sell them. And by the way, Skybound is Robert Kirkman's studio. Every once in a while, they'll sell them on eBay. There was another super chat before that one.
Okay. Mike Irish. Good morning.
I think one more. Good morning. What is the most disappointing comic you ever read? Trouble. For me, it was All-Star Batman and Robin. I quote All-Star Batman and Robin all the time. I'm always like, I'm the GD Omar. Because that, like, Frank Miller, man, that dialogue. That speech to Robin in the Batmobile in All-Star Batman and Robin has to be probably one of the most quotable, worst Batman moments ever.
I'm gonna get the dog.
Oh,
let's plug Reed.
Reed, what's up, Reed? So Reed Comics ended up getting Reed. All you UK folks ended up with our Usagi Volume 1 from Diamond, huh? Okay. Yeah, US Diamond. Like, this is crazy. People that had pre-ordered the book through places like DCBS, and you all know that DCBS usually comes through with pre-orders. But people that had placed orders through DCBS, their orders were canceled. There's so many of my subscribers that emailed me saying, what's going on? Why did they cancel my order? This hardly happens. They didn't get the books from... And I swear, this is so childish but funny, that both Diamond points the finger at Dark Horse saying they didn't send them enough copies. Dark Horse points the finger at Diamond saying, hey, we didn't get the copies received on our system, so Diamond didn't put the orders in. It's like pointing fingers at each other. Meanwhile, the retailers are like, where are the books so I can sell them to customers? And then Amazon's like sitting on 300 books going, oh, well, we got our copies. Dang, dude, I'm so sorry, Josh. I was just talking about how Amazon's trying to, like, I swear, out of any place that has had them pre-ordered, Amazon's the only place that I've seen them fulfill orders. They just canceled Urosagi today. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we did that one.
We did that one. Okay, we did that one. Catching up. Let's see here. Good morning.
It was just one more.
Okay, and then we got this one here. Thank you for the super chat. Favorite rogues gallery and least favorite rogues gallery for any superhero. Tough for favorite.
I need to read more Flash.
Yeah, it's
he has a good rogues gallery.
Between Flash, Batman, and Spider-Man is the best rogues gallery. Man, I'm gonna go with Batman. Batman's got the best rogue gallery. Who's got the worst rogue gallery? Is it Cap? Like, I'm not a big fan of the Serpent Society, but then Cap's got other Red Skull. No, Cap's got actually good ones. Iron Man? Iron Man's got a Melon Mandarin. Dang it, this is tough. Who's the least? I can't say Ghost Rider or Blake because I love all that stuff. All the Blackout, all those characters. X-Men, they got Apocalypse, Hellfire Club.
What about Wonder Woman? Iron Man has a bad gallery. Namor has awful villains.
Namor's a good one. Because Namor's villains are usually humankind, the Avengers, when he's, depending on what mood he's in.
Superman, Hayden says.
Sue Storm rejecting him. No, Superman's got the Superman, what is it? The Superman Kill Squad? Or
Oh, thanks for the suggestion, Glenn 2K12. Mark Wade.
Mark Wade's run is awesome.
Namor's enemy is oil.
Kyle Rayner era. Somebody wrote that of Doctor Strange has his Doctor Strange had some good ones. Squirrel Girl. You know, I couldn't finish that book. I know people really love Squirrel Girl, but I couldn't. Wasn't for me.
Mm-hmm.
The
Alf
Superman
has
Revenge
great villains.
What? No, he does not.
It's just the father figure, right? Okay.
The father figure is his villain?
Yeah, because he genuinely hated the puppet.
That was an excellent question, man.
Welcome, Waven.
Hey, welcome to our live stream. I was wondering if you could make a beginner's guide to Conan comics for someone who never read any of the comics at all. I sure can. Actually, that's something my wife and I are going to go over is my schedule of all these ideas that I've gotten from you wonderful people that have been wanting me to make different kind of videos. So I'm going to start using that to kind of schedule things out because I love the X-Men reading order, but man, my whole brain right now has been nothing but X-Men for the last 3-4 weeks and probably going to be for the next 3-4 weeks. So yeah, I could totally do that. One of the suggestions was to make a beginner's guide for collecting and starting to read graphic novels of a certain character or certain teams. And I stayed away from that idea for a long time because in my head, I think any comic can be anybody's first comic. But now that we have collected editions, it does make it easier to go and say, oh, you totally need to read Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1. You can read it from the beginning. And so I'm going to talk about like the best jumping on. Hey, you used the term jumping on points, though. I know my buddy Dean.
Yeah. What was it?
I've got it written down. He told me what it was.
Okay, good. Omar, does Wolverine X-Men Omni have a has a lighter tone in terms of story? I don't know if I want to order it. I'm in a dilemma.
It's the same tone that his Wolverine, like Jason Aaron's Wolverine and Wolverine Goes to Hell has, but it focuses in the aftermath of Schism. So Cyclops and Wolverine broke up. Cyclops went his way, and Wolverine went to form the Jean Grey School of Gifted Youngsters or whatever. That's cool. And we've always known that Wolverine has been a father figure, whether it's his adopted daughter, whether it's Kitty Pryde, Rogue, Jubilee, and now he has a school and he's the headmaster and he puts Kitty Pryde in charge of a lot of things. I love it. I thought it was fun. Something happens against Jason Aaron's will towards the end of that run that just makes it end the X-Men. But I think he does a pretty clever way of writing around this particular story that was happening outside of that book. We're introduced to the new Hellfire Club. I really like those kids. The whole notion of Krakoa, all that. Beautiful artwork by not only Nick Bradshaw, but also Chris Bacalo. So yeah, I recommend it. I had a lot of fun with it.
Thanks, Tushar.
Thank you.
Any upcoming Marvel OHC reviews?
I'm waiting for my copy of Avengers. I had to order that and it still hasn't come in yet. So as soon as I get that, and then Immortal Hulk Volume 3, I'll probably do a couple Masterworks videos for like, what is it, Thor Volume 20 and Black Panther Volume 3.
I haven't heard of this. Hey, Omar, did you check out Fantastic Four Antithesis? I feel like it brings me closer to...
Antithesis.
It's... I was thinking thesis and just stick anti.
I do the same thing.
It brings me closer to an omnibus of Treasury editions at actual Treasury size. Feel free to float that past Marvel.
I did an overview of one of the book. So it's written by Mark Waid and it's drawn by Neil Adams, and it is so good. I really liked it. It's Mark Waid writing Fantastic Four, and Neil Adams never got a chance to draw Fantastic Four. My only problem that I thought I was going to have with it was the modern colors on Neil Adams' artwork, but it works. It's so good. You should read it. I think you would like it. It's about, well, Galactus no longer being Galactus, getting his power stripped. Pretty good.
Did I? That sounds familiar.
It's happened a lot.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Scotty. Touche. Omar's been thinking about nothing but X-Men lately, so nothing out of the ordinary. Okay, a lot of X-Men, even though I had to read Thor Volume 20, which I've never read any of those issues. Good afternoon, evening from Poland. Omar, have you read the Thorgal series? It's a Francon comic series. Put it in your must-read.
It's a Francon comic series.
Is it French? Is it French? Is that what you mean? Cinebooks, that does the translation, actually sent me some, and that package finally came in. So I probably will be reading some of that. Yeah. Flashpoint Omnibus overview needed. I was supposed to get that book. Omar, gotta roll your R's, baby. Roll that R's. I was supposed to get that book last week. It's the postal service has been a nightmare, so I think I'm getting it today. If I get it today, the overview will be out tomorrow. I received my signed Strange Academy from Scotty Young's store. It arrived so fast. I think Scotty himself dropped it off. That's awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That book sold so well. And it was a trial book because it was, it didn't make it the trade paperback. It didn't make it in the hardcover. Even though when I interviewed Scotty Young, I'm like, hey, after you're done, just saying an omnibus would be really cool, this collection. It was for the Scholastic book fairs and things like that. So it was geared more towards kids, and it sold well. And that's awesome. My daughters and I, we reviewed it when it came in, interviewed Scotty Young.
I meant to read it because your review convinced me. Belgium/French is Francon
Francon.
for short.
Thank you.
Francon.
Thank you.
Why does Marvel play so much with Galactus nowadays? Galactus was like a powerful cosmic figure, and they made them a weak entity.
For the same reason that a lot of these villains have been humanized. Look at Apocalypse. He's wearing a suit. Apocalypse is wearing a suit. Look what they did. Look what they do with Kang. Like, yes, at one time, a lot of these villains were one-dimensional. Like Doctor Doom, perfect example, right? Like Doctor Doom started off as a dude with a scar, and like, Reed Richards. Look how freaking complex he has become. You humanize the characters. You make them weak against something because you can't always have an omnipotent being. Because now we have so many cosmic beings that Galactus cannot be the only one. He just eats planets. And there's always a bigger fish, right?
I think, though, with Dr. Doom is a human. Apocalypse is not.
Excuse me? Are you saying mutants are not humans? You're a bigot.
No, in terms of he's
Hashtag
in another world.
cancel Melanie. She hates mutants. You heard it here first. That's not good. That's not good breaking
All
news.
right. In terms of him being another world and otherworldly, he's not in the human world, and neither is Galactus. So I'm agreeing, right? Like, wait,
I don't know. I'm not agreeing with you.
That it's maybe weak for a while, but not that much humanizing. It's fun to have some.
Well, Galactus has always had a background, like an origin story where he came from. I mean, during the John Byrne era, even some of Kirby's era, they were doing that. It's nothing new, but I see what you're saying. Hickman did the same thing. Hello, guys. How about a Wonder Woman reading order, Omar? I tried. Wonder Woman got outvoted, so every month I have a Patreon vote. Well, for X-Men and Superman, that was, I told him it was 2 or 3 months worth of votes. But usually I have a vote every month, and Wonder Woman got outvoted twice. Once by Thor, and once by, I think it was Justice League. So,
what about your anti-clone bigotry, Omar?
She's the one that hates clones.
I hate clones. Oh my gosh, Doctor Who? Oh, that tears me up. Oh, I'm still angry about that.
I don't mind clones, man. I welcome anybody to my house. Clones.
Yeah, don't make us unsubscribe. Dude, YouTube is unsubscribing people. Poor Arthur. Is he on here? We're going to show your artwork. He was so worried because he was like, I'm subscribing again. And he was really worried about it. And Papa Valentine saying, hey.
What's up? Say
Joachim.
Joachim? He never corrects us. What a gentleman. I know you aren't as close to Dark Horse as other companies, but is Berserk so Berserk is the only one 100% for sure evergreen deluxe edition from Dark Horse. They still don't know about Hellsing, and they still don't know about Blade of the Immortal. So both of those may just have one or two printings, and then that's it. Melanie. Hey, what's up, Papa Valentine? Haven't seen you for a while.
He said, hey.
I wasn't hearing you because
no, you're not.
I was trying to cancel you. YouTube has become self-aware. Oh gosh, that's why all the dislikes are. That's why all the likes are going away. They know.
Actually, that's kind of scary. I would not clone Omar. Remember your joke about the proper Omar and your robot? You're like,
yeah, he's asking me.
Oh, honey.
Dude,
you are.
I like that you thought he was asking you, but.
I'm reading these fast. I saw names and I switched.
Dude, every time I think of clones or something like that, or having 2 wives, I always think of Homer Simpson going, the benefits of having 2 wives. And it's literally him in a hammock, and one of his wives mowing the lawn, the other one is feeding him grapes. I was like, that's awesome. Can Thor or Odin, thank you so much, go to toe with a fully powered Galactus? Man, that question is kind of answered in Donny Cates' run of Thor. Just saying. So if you haven't read it, check it out. Skynet is YouTube. YouTube is Skynet.
Oh, man. Let's see. Omar, maybe that guy who always downvotes you is taking away your likes.
Let's not give that guy any power, please. Has he woken up yet?
I don't know. Do we have a downvote?
Do we have a downvote? That dude's been awake. Dude,
you know, if it stops happening, I'm going to be worried and be like, what happened? Is he okay? Or she?
You're such a sweetheart.
Or what happened to her? Like, arch nemesis / friend, because then you get a bond. There's a make-believe bond in our heads.
I'll make a bond with my arch nemesis. What is wrong with you? Okay. Kurosagi Corpse Delivery Service, the Lux Edition. Please. We can't even get the omnibus to continue. The omnibus got canceled. So did the reprints of the omnibus, sadly. So I'm hoping one day we'll get it. Good morning. Do you think there's any chance for Descender Deluxe Volume 2 reprint in this lifetime? Melanie, love your Sailor Moon shirt.
Sailor Moon for life. I almost got a tattoo, and then I didn't. Okay.
Yeah, I think they'll reprint it. Probably around the time when they print a Ascender Deluxe Edition. That would be good.
Gabriel, I know Omar would recommend Darth Vader, but that's out of print, isn't it?
Yeah, by Karen Gillan.
But that's the only Princess Leia's the only Star Wars trait that I've ever read.
If you can still find the Epic collection of Dark Empire, I suggest getting that. That story is so awesome. Hey, Omar, now that they changed the cover to Wolverine and the X-Men, do you think we'll also change the spine to better combine it with the other Aaron Omnis? Oh, man, the other Aaron Omnis are... One is called Wolverine, Volume 1. The other one's called Wolverine Goes to Hell, no volume on it. And then this one's Wolverine and the X-Men. Sure. Yeah, I think so. I'd like to see that. Omar, my Animal Man and Swamp Thing Omnis are on the way. Do you recommend reading those first arcs together for Rot World or separately? Separately works, honestly. Whatever you're enjoying. If you're enjoying, both of them are enjoyable. Swamp Thing by Scott Snyder and Animal Man by Jeff Lemire. They're both enjoyable on their own. Once you get to that, both of them collect the parts that you need for Rot World. I honestly think you should go with Swamp Thing first and then find out what's... Swamp Thing has a little, Jeff Lemire's Animal Man has a little more horror and occult to it than Swamp Thing. So some of the things that are happening through his eyes are a little bit different. And I think maybe read Swamp Thing first.
Omar, what are your thoughts on the Amazing Spider-Man Volume 5 Omnibus? Also, do you need Volumes 1 through 4 to read this? I pre-ordered Volumes 3 and 5 coming September.
What are my thoughts? My thoughts are that it's the #1 best-selling omnibus of all time.
Wow. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that until David texted me. It has sold so well. Nice. So you all are doing your job of pre-ordering books. Seriously. And let me tell you 2 things about that. Number 1, good for you. Awesome. Way to pre-order. Number 2, long gone are the days. Remember when I first started talking to David a couple of years ago and we started talking about why don't they print a volume 6 of something, a volume 5 of something, a volume 4 of something? And, he referred back to the book market, how the book market sells just a volume 4 does not sell as well as a volume 1. So they have to rename the brand. They did the same thing with X-Men because Uncanny X-Men volume 1 could have been the X-Men volume 3. Those days are gone. We're living in the new age of Marvel Omnibus and probably DC Omnibus because they seem to be getting their act together. But for sure, Marvel, that they no longer care about making it, a creator-centric omnibus. We can get a volume 6 of Amazing Spider-Man omnibus and taking us into the Roger Stern omnibus. And that is freaking amazing. And I can't wait for them to do that with X-Men, with the Avengers, with the Fantastic Four, Silver Surfer, all these characters. I'm excited to see volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dang. That's awesome. Makes me happy. #1 best-selling time until they make a Dazzler. Oh, I love all the Dazzler love, man. I love it.
And Brian is blaming you for
what I do
buying Akira box set.
Oh, you're
like Omar made me do it.
Somebody was telling me that hashtag was trending somewhere. Not trending, but it
was on brand. Hashtag Spring of Spider-Man, which I haven't been doing very well lately.
Yeah, you and Tyler both dropped. See, that's what happens. Y'all hype it up and then you drop it. All right.
Busy.
The Gideon Falls hardcover comes out in July, I think. It comes out sometime this summer. Sometime this summer is when it comes out. By the way, Brian, I hope you enjoy that Akira. It's awesome. I love Akira. I love Akira, and oh man, it's so good. Omar, finally, my local comic books back order paid off, and I'm getting Wolverine Omnibus Volume 1. Thank you so much. Love you, Omar, and thank you so much. Oh, dude, thank you. Much love back to you, dude. I'm glad you're getting it. We're getting a Volume 2, man. And did I tell you all that Volume 2 is already sold out at Diamond through the distributor? So, you know, whatever your store has, that's it, as far as the direct market. I don't know how many copies Amazon's going to get. And honestly, I'm like, I'm so happy that it sold so well, because it was a decade in between volumes, which means we might get a Volume 3. It's an easier time to say, hey, look at the sales of Wolverine Volumes 1 and 2. Let's do it Volume 3. I'm happy that my favorite cover is the standard edition cover. I know people will love the Barry Windsor Smith and the John Byrne cover, but I love the Jim Lee cover. That Jim Lee cover was my youth. That Jim Lee cover was the cover to the video game. So that's the one that I wanted.
Where's the best place to start with Cable? I'm trying to get into reading more about him.
Oh, Andrew, I was talking to my buddy Tyler yesterday, and he was giving me some ideas. He's like, dude, you know X-Men off the top of your head. Why don't you do like a Cable? I've done a Cable reading order, but he was like, do like a Cable family tree. Talk about the Summers family tree and stuff. You could do this. And I'm like, that's a long video, though, because Cable has such a complicated history. So the best place to start, honestly, would be the New Mutants Epic Collection called Cable. I think it's just called Cable and the New Mutants, if I'm not mistaken. It's just called Cable. That's where he's first introduced. You don't know nothing about him. You don't know nothing. That's a double negative. You don't know anything about him. Thank you, English teacher. You don't know anything about him. He's a man of mystery. He comes from the future, maybe. He could be crazy. He could be Ahab.
Cool.
He could be Wolverine's cousin. He does know Wolverine, and he does know Moira McTaggart, and that's it. And then he's like, I'm leading the New Mutants. Come with me because I am the future. On Cable and my eye glows. And then he's got Strife. It's fun. You go from there, and then you go on. You get to learn more about him through his own series, the Cable series by Femi Nicieza. That's collected in Classic Edition. They've never reprinted those trades, but also found in the pages of X-Force Volume 1, the Omnibus. Also not in print. Dang it. Go with that New Mutants Epic Collection. Gosh, I hope that one's in print.
Hey, Omar, if you're able to, can you explain how you got such a good relationship with David and Marvel? Can I explain?
Sure, baby. You go
ahead. Free Comic Book Day a couple of years ago. We weren't going to make a video. Well, I wasn't really helping then. You weren't going to make a video.
Mm-hmm.
And our youngest daughter, Alicia, said, can we make a video?
Yeah.
So we did. And somebody sent it to David, and he thought it was really wholesome. And then he watched the rest. And he thought it was a vlog, right?
He thought it was a video blogger.
Yeah. And but then found out that we you, because I wasn't helping, Collected Editions channel. And that's all I know. Well, also, and Omar never gives up on trying to contact companies, like with DC, the past 2 years. You keep trying. I mean, it's not working.
They contact me with a yes. No, yeah. I don't know. That's all I get from them.
Right. But I think it's one of those things that you make a connection through the heart.
Sure. Yeah. It was a video I didn't want to do, and then it's the video that he found me through. So it's wonderful. And then he reached out to the channel. So
it's all thanks to Alicia,
it's all thanks to my daughter. I owe her money. She's always getting in trouble because she's so much like me. And then he contacted me, and I didn't think it was real. I think I've told that story.
You took a month.
I was like, this isn't real. This is not. This is somebody obviously messing with me. And that relationship was going on. This is our second year since I've been doing it. Like, it wasn't real to me until I got that first omnibus, which was an advanced copy of the Red Hulk omnibus, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's real. This is a real dude, unless he printed this book himself. It was awesome. It was unbelievable.
And as you always, mention that you don't. It's their business, right? You have no say in
absolutely not.
You just give suggestions and opinions.
I strongly he knows when I'm animated, and I strongly suggest things, and he's like, okay.
But right, it's
and today is absolutely, it's their business, and they decide to do whatever they want to.
But yeah, it's really cool that you can suggest what people are telling you and asking
Yeah,
for.
and it really does help that he's a wonderful human being. Like, I don't think I've shared this with anybody, but he, we lost one of my viewers, Bob, died a couple of months ago, and Bob had cancer, couldn't afford comics, so I had an extra copy of books. As you all know, like sometimes the printers mess up and send me extra copies of Omnibus and stuff. So I've always given that stuff away because I grew up with nothing. So I don't mind giving stuff like that away to people that need it, or people that have been wanting it. So I sent him a box. I was like, David, do I need to return this? Because yes, we. And he was like, no, go ahead. It's like I have a viewer that is paying for chemotherapy and can't afford comics anymore, so I sent him a box of Omnis, and David did the same thing. He got his address from me and sent him a box of Omnis. He's done that for a couple people that either their apartments burnt down or they had to sell their collection. So he's a good human being, and so it helps, right? Rick here, thank you so much for the super chat, buddy. Can't wait for you to get the Aliens Omnibus. I hope the first 6 issues. I cannot wait either. I know that David has a copy of it so far, but I'm still waiting for my copy from the printer. So I can't wait for that either, to see if they're in color or if they're in black and white. Be interesting. Are the DNA's New Mutants worth the read? Dude, all of it is. Zeb Wells, DNA. They're not as good. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see if you like it, though. It's honestly, thank you for the super chat, but honestly, it is up to you. I hate to say it's not my favorite, but just because it's not my favorite doesn't mean that you're gonna hate it or you're not gonna like it too. You could end up loving it. I just think Zeb Wells' run is a little bit stronger on New Mutants than DNA's run, and this is DNA, the same people that did Legion of Superheroes and of course the modern Marvel classic, and wrote Force Works for Marvel during the Avengers: The Crossing era. So I really like them. Yes, I need to give Alicia monthly royalties. Yeah. Smart companies contact Omar, period. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. It's a blessing, and I'm still humbled by all of it. Who is DNA? DNA is Dan Abnett and Andy Lanning, two wonderful people that worked together and made magic. Sadly, that relationship ended a few years ago. There's some behind the scenes as to what happened. I don't know, nor do I like to speculate what happened with them, but they no longer work together. I know, man. You told me, Gabriel, you don't own a single omnibus. That's we need to change that. Why isn't there a Ghost Rider omnibus with all of his first appearances? Because right now they're okay. So right now they're doing the Marvel Masterworks. Once we have enough Masterworks, I'm sure they're gonna have that stuff. But what I really want is to get some Danny Ketch omnibus. That was my era. I know Johnny Blaze is awesome, but I like Johnny Blaze without the power of Ghost Rider. I like Danny Ketch Ghost Rider. So I'm hoping that they'll collect that. Remember, Omar, it took 8 years for Scott Lobdell to get positive feedback from Marvel. Another 6, and you'll get responses from DC to stick with it, dude. I don't ever give up.
No, he doesn't. Yeah.
Where should I start? Where should you start with mangas? I want to read some, but I don't know where to start.
I suppose it depends on if you want cutesy, if you want horror, if you want action.
Yeah.
I'd say, classics, right? Like Dragon Ball Z, it's a combination of action and humor and cutesy, I would say, with Dragon Ball. And Dragon Ball. And let's see. Man, we've been on Junji Ito kick for horror. And I mean, as somebody did mention, it does have a little bit of comedic elements, as in it's over the top horror. It's not scary, but so I agree with that. And what's something scary to you?
Oh, Tomie by Junji Ito. Seriously.
Oh, okay. So that one.
I threw that book. I was reviewing it for a magazine.
I think I remember that. Oh, wow.
I told everybody.
A long time ago.
Yeah, that was over a decade ago. I threw that book and I said, bleep this. I'm going to go upstairs and watch Full House. because I needed to, like, because I was alone by myself, and that's something about me. Like, I like to freak myself out when I'm by myself. I like to watch a horror movie, and nothing really works. That book, Tomie, which was known as the Museum of Terror when Dark Horse published it, freaked me out. One panel, I said, nope, I'm done with this. I'm gonna go and refresh my brain. We have a super chat, baby.
Okay, and Masoni Koku for Slice of Life, which is just, nothing out of the ordinary, misunderstandings and romance, and
I think part of the problem that some people have with manga too is the reading from right to left. Some people cannot make their brain think that way. So if that's an issue, there is one particular manga that Dark Horse has published in deluxe edition that is Blade of the Immortal. So there you go. You probably answered this before, but do you know how Marvel inventory issues will be affected by Penguin Random House deal? Every Omni lately seems to go out of print and out of stock within weeks. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm hoping, here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that the Penguin Random House deal fixes. I think I've talked about why things sell. Did I talk about why things sell out? I can't remember what I've talked about. And of course, these are just my opinions and my thoughts. It's not a for sure thing, but there is a lot of things that was working against the system. One of them was the actual diamond system for back orders was not working. So retailers weren't even bothering putting in a back order. So say like you wanted Infinity Gauntlet, right? Let's say you wanted Infinity Gauntlet and it sold out. You told your comic book store. Comic book store said, sorry, man, I'm not going to put the order in because guess what? The diamond back order system is broken, so I don't even use it. Every retailer I talked to told me that they don't use the back. And I talked to the two biggest online retailers here in America. And both of them said, we don't use the diamond backup system because it's broken. Meaning that Diamond would never tell Marvel that, hey, we have 300 orders for Infinity Gauntlet. So Marvel didn't know. So Marvel moved on. And you got to think of it like a business, right? Like by the time Infinity Gauntlet came out, Marvel was already 6 months ahead. They were already working on the next books. I'm hoping that system gets fixed with the backorder system. Otherwise, you just have a guy on YouTube going, hey, what's your top 10 most wanted reprints? Seriously, that's how it's been working. I mean, I don't mind that, but if a system is in place, then it should work. And the other
system is down. The system
is down. It's a nice reference to Homestar.
Homestar, right? Yeah.
The other thing is that Penguin Random House is building a bigger warehouse. So could be more stock, which is awesome. Everybody wins. Because Diamond's warehouse, the one in Tennessee, is closing. That kind of sucks. People losing their jobs always suck. But Penguin Random House, man, here's the thing about Penguin Random House. They have the book market for DC. They have the direct market for Marvel. If they go after the direct market for DC, there goes Lunar. And they could be the biggest distribution center in America. Just saying. Anyway, my thoughts. Thank you for the super chat.
Adrian says, wasn't feeling Tommy.
I'm sorry.
You're a weenie.
I guess I am.
Josh, that's a really good suggestion. The Viz app for $2 a month is where I would start.
Oh,
wow,
if you like reading digitally, yeah.
And to get you, a starting place so you don't spend the money on the actual books and then be like,
Absolutely.
Because, you got to buy a lot of volumes. Can't remember where I was going to. So, Mr. Morden received...
You got your package, buddy?
Price safely.
Good, man. Good. Congratulations again.
I hope everyone's gotten it by now.
We'll be doing another giveaway at 50,000, but we'll be in. Oh, look, Charlie got Inferno. Awesome. Yeah. Glad you all are getting your books.
Hi, Ace.
Hey, Ace. How you doing? Steve's asking when will Cheap Graphic Novels do their selling at this time. I just want to remind everybody to check out Cheap Graphic Novels, our official sponsor for this episode. You books up to 50% off. And as far as their sell, I'll ask Max again.
I just want to say I love this name. I am Venomized Symbiotic Existence. I love wordy stuff like that.
Good job writing wordy. Hey, I haven't seen Patricia in a long time. How you doing, Patricia?
Here,
I'll take it. It was right.
Hey, it's noon. We did. Okay.
Hello,
so,
Omar and Melanie. I just ordered Streets of Paris, Streets of Murder box set. The Tardy stuff. I haven't gotten it yet, and I was wondering if you know about it and if it's worth it. First of all, if it's Tardy, it's worth it. His what is it? The War and GD This War. Oh man, that stuff was brutal and so good. And Streets of Paris and the Streets of Murder, I've been wanting to get, so I'm sure it's worth it. But now you get to tell me if it's worth it, because I want to read that stuff, and I'm sure I'll forget about it.
Okay, so it's noon.
Get in, losers, for
we
buying
were-
time in UK.
Because we were late. I didn't upload the art. So Arthur, we will show it next week. And I'm so sorry, I forgot your name. You're from Finland. Sent some really cool pictures as well. That's why earlier I was trying to upload it by getting into the StreamYard studio and it was doing the echo thing and Omar freaked out. So
I lost my train of thought. I was waking up. I'm good
here,
now.
why don't you show the email address and address and I'll open this box.
Sure.
We've got a letter in a box.
Okay, so if you want to send us some fan mail to our physical address, that is Near Mint Edition, P.O. Box 1678, Versailles, Kentucky 40383. But if you live in Kentucky, it's Versailles, Kentucky 40383. If you want to send us letters, or if you want to send us,
You want to be pen pals because Ben sent one. It's pretty thick.
don't show his address.
Yeah. Okay.
Just in case.
Probably won't.
And
see.
the Gmail, in case you live far away and postage is too expensive, but you want us to show your artwork. We absolutely. Oh my gosh,
Ooh.
dude!
Yeah,
look at that.
I
Is that
won't read it.
papyrus?
Yeah, papyrus. It does look like it.
Papyrus.
Oh yeah! I'll show the pictures. Look, it's Teeth Bird.
From Always Sunny.
That's amazing.
Okay, that's good.
And look, it's Brack. How would you know I like Brack? We dig in dirt and hide from Gertz. That's the life of a lonely worm. We only come out late at night. That's our time to squirm. Birds, not Gertz. I don't remember that. I love Brack. Hey, everybody.
Dude, when Brack
Thank you.
runs into himself, I would say the same thing. Who's this handsome looking gentleman?
Okay, and
That is from Squiggly.
Squiddly?
Yes. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. I think it was a triple feature. We were
Okay,
talking
there
about
we go.
kaiju movies, and he was telling me about King Kong. The King Kong Escapes, which I watched it as something else when it was on TBS. So, my dude, thank you so much. It's a triple
That's really
feature. Thank you.
sweet.
Thank you. So it's got King Kong versus Godzilla, the classic, but King Kong Escapes is the one that I've been wanting to watch.
This is a good Brack. Of course, Teeth Bird.
Dude, you're so good.
No, it's just
Oh, never mind. It's not.
cold brew, not nitro. He can't handle that yet. He just started drinking coffee last
Okay,
year.
don't act like
Remember, you used to judge me. You judged me. You were like, "You're gonna stain your teeth. It's not good for you."
you don't like mutants. You don't think they're human beings.
Oh my goodness! I don't think that's comparable.
You're a
It's-
racist. I just ordered Batgirl Returns Omnibus. Is the missing issue anything major? The missing issue is only Batman 17, which is everywhere else. Is it major? It's the wrap-up story to the death of the family. So if you really want to read it, it's collected in the Batman Omnibus, collected in the Nightwing Omnibus. I'm honestly surprised it was not collected in the Batgirl Omnibus just because it was in the trades. And that issue has been collected everywhere. Red Hood and the Outlaws, Nightwing, Batgirl, Detective Comics, and Batman. Omar, a bunch of stealth reprints this week. Like there were in January and February. There are lots. 2 Deadly Hands, 2, and Punisher. I thought wasn't Punisher Back to War? Isn't that liquidated? I could have sworn that was liquidated. And this is it. This is the last of the stock. Melanie for President of the United States or the UE.
No.
Hi, Minties.
I wouldn't want that responsibility.
Is
But
coming
thank you.
out of the X-Men by Jonathan. Jose. Yes. We talked about that a little bit earlier. My buddy Trigonosis brought that up. That the OHC that I announced back 2 months ago is now being changed into an omnibus format. Does not mean that we will not get a Dawn of X omnibus, but it might be a while. Omar, who do you think is faster, Wolverine or Spider-Man? It depends, right? Like filing taxes or running.
Or making curry, or Changing a light bulb.
Okay, this is a serious question.
Okay.
Stop. I have to go with Spider-Man. Yeah, Spider-Man. Wolverine's weighed down by his adamantiums. So
Josh W. agrees.
Josh W. agrees with me?
Mm-hmm.
100% faster without the bait. Without the bait! So don't even try. 1,000%. That's Flash territory there, almost. How many issues is the X-Men Omnibus? Well, it collects his entire run with the exception of X of Swords, so all the way up to 21, and then all the giant size issues. Surprised it didn't include the New Mutants issues, but if they're sticking to X-Men, I can see why. So, do you think IDW will be making Usagi Yojimbo Origins hardcover? I'm going to say based on sales, probably. And it will be the first one that goes into hardcover format in color. Omar, have you picked up Roy Thomas's Barbarian Life? No. What? The biography of Conan? An in-depth look story at the first 100 issues? No. But that's up my alley because my favorite thing about those Conan omnis is sometimes the intro. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know about that. Going to sleep now, but planning on getting up in time for the Ask Me Anything. That's right. Everyone should jump on Patreon. This is a fantastic channel. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So tonight, is it 8 p.m.?
Eastern Standard Time.
Is if you are in the $7.77 tier of our Patreon, that it'll be Ask Me Anything. And so it could get into adult territory language and such. And I bought cranberry juice for Omar's bourbon and cranberry. And
am I drinking that? Oh my God.
And I even went back for the lime. I went back through lime. It is 55 cents on the lime.
It is a lot of fun to share stories that I can't share.
If you're in the $5 tier, you can watch the
replay.
I almost said copy. Yeah. You can watch the replay.
Thank you.
So check it out if you're interested.
Filing taxes as if Wolverine files his taxes. Wolverine learned from Blade. You can't cheat the IRS.
And of course, comic questions as well. It's like,
it's
not like they're not allowed. People ask comic questions.
It was really sweet. The first AMA was just comic questions.
Then you told some interesting stories in the second one.
And then the European people got the second one, and they just started getting dirty. And I was like, all right, well, that's how we're gonna do this.
And I was reminding you. I helped reminding you of your stories. All right.
Oh
yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, that's a good one. You should do this one.
Who is faster at winning hearts of Minties? Alfred Machine Gun Kelly.
Who's Machine Gun Kelly?
He's a rapper.
Oh, okay. I thought I recognized that name.
Cranberry juice is underrated. It is. I'm gonna go with Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, and I got you the better kind, not the Kroger off-brand kind. It was $3.
Ocean Splash, baby. Ocean Splash. Yeah, oh, somebody got a raise at the house.
Super chats.
The super chats.
Oh, and Brian said the down vote was taken away. Our friend is leaving us.
He ain't woke up yet.
I mean, it's a boy in my head.
Of course.
Statistically, no tequila tonight. No,
women carry grudges longer.
That's true.
Men carry strong grudges, but they forget about it in a couple of weeks.
Oh no, my dad carried a grudge against Rat Bastard for a long time, and his name was Rat Bastard before he had a grudge.
There's kids watching Melanie, but that was his name. Hey Omar, any chance of getting an Gambit on this? There would have been a stronger chance if Channing Tatum's movie had come out, but. Probably one day. There's enough material, absolutely. Omar, is the Usagi Yojimbo saga entire run being reprinted? As far as I know, they're starting with the Fantagraphic stuff. So it's the stuff that comes before the... Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about the... Gosh, it's so confusing because there's 3 different freaking copyright holders. You're talking about the hardcovers. So far, I know Volume 1 is the only one that they're focusing on. When I asked them, they said no plans on doing any more, but that could change. Which is what you want to hear from a distributor. No, you don't want to hear, nope, just a Volume 1. That's not what you want to hear. You want to hear, that could change.
Thank you, Dean's Vlog. As a Canadian, Wolverine would need to submit any T4 slips to his tax filer for the Canada Revenue Agency and claim any foreign income as well.
Okay, I don't see Wolvie doing that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ace, don't forget to catch Ace. And me and Maddie and Omar.
I'm also invited? Okay. I thought it was a girls' night out thing.
Not near Mint this Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Is that the name of your channel? Not near? It's not.
No, it's her friend.
Oh, okay.
Because hers is Brags and Boards.
Okay.
No, I'm like 99% sure she invited you. Oh, I'm so sorry, Ace, if you didn't, and I invited him.
That's okay. I get disinvited from a lot of places once they see me drinking. Hey, Omar, what's up, Kenny? What are your favorite John Williams scores? For me, it's Star Wars, Superman the movie, Raiders of the Lost Ark, and Jurassic Park.
Oh, I love teasing you with Superman the movie and going pew pew, making it Star Wars.
So dumb.
Confusing the two. Mine's Jurassic Park.
Those are all good.
That's magical.
E.T. That's my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
That I can't talk about that stupid scene without crying when he's like, "I'll be right here," and the score hits, and oh my god, every time, man.
Actually, sometimes I teach John Williams scores in class. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of fun.
Thank you for answering my Q&A. Is Leo don't make it to these chats anymore. What's the status of the Cosmic Ghost Rider Omnibus? I believe that's still coming out. Let me double check. It was delayed a little bit, but let's see. I don't think that one's been pushed back. I think it's the last delay. July 21st is the date that we still have for that. So, yeah, and at this time, I just want to remind everybody to smash that like button, please.
Oh, Martin, we do have that. What do you think of having a section to show other viewers' collections? I'm curious about other people's setup. And Discord. So this week, with the gracious help of others with Webhead Comics helping go on, set up a Discord for patrons, $5 and up tier. And you guys had great ideas for, the channels within the server. And one of them is haul picks. But we could definitely, you could put in like,
we could do it here.
Your bookshelves.
Mm-hmm.
And oh yeah, that's true. We could do it here too. You send in pictures of your library setup, and we could show it along with artwork and stuff. So good idea.
One of the reasons why, by the way, it's not to scam anybody or anything, but one of the reasons why it's $5 tier and up is because the $5 tier and up has early access to videos. So when I make announcements videos, they have early access to that. And I just wanted to make it fair, like they can talk about it. And that's what they'll talk about, the early access video. And if anybody's there, that can't afford $5, and I completely understand, that has to wait for the video to go live for everybody, then it's not really fair. They get, they get the surprise ruined for them. So I just figured I'd explain that really quick.
Oh, what's a stand club?
Official stand club.
Astonishing Melanie official stand club.
He's all quit changing your name, Hayden. Omar, please try the nitro cold brew with sweet cream next. All
right, how about I'll do it sometime you don't know it, and then let's see if you react to it or not.
So really quick though, we did get a Starbucks gift card from my buddy Christopher.
Yeah.
That was so unexpected. He was like, because we were just joking back and forth. Yeah. So Christopher Albright, thank you so much for the Starbucks gift card. That was so kind.
And you got to review it. I'm Venomized Symbiotic Existence. That's a question I can answer.
Okay.
How do we meet?
What is the best place to start reading? Well, you didn't say now. You just said has a question. You got to say now.
Why wouldn't it be now? Go ahead.
Because you're eating a cookie.
No, I'm done.
All right. Where's the best place to start Venom leading up to Absolute Carnage? The Venom by Donny Cates oversized hardcover, Volume 1 is the best place.
Oh, thank you, Ace, for the explanation. Okay, so.
All right. Where and how did you two meet each other?
I wanted to date one brother. I did date the other brother. He ended up gay. Well, he didn't end up gay. I found out. Oh my gosh,
you're going to get so canceled.
What? No, that's just what happened. We're best friends now.
Gay? I'm pretty sure he was always.
I just corrected myself. We're best friends. Then he was married when I met him. I saw his. No, the girls aren't here. Gosh. Saw his action figure collection. And I was like, that's awesome. And he got me into more anime and manga. And then you got divorced. We became friends. We went to Gatlinburg and it was magic. And I told him to propose to me years later under the sign where I first wanted you to kiss me.
I didn't need you to tell me that.
The silver tree. Actually, I found that picture yesterday.
Oh, sweet.
And it was magical. My favorite Christmas song was being piped through the outdoor speakers. And that's how it is.
Yeah, here's a better way to say it. Michael Emmon, thank you so much. Omar was more attracted to women than his brother. That's the proper way of saying that. No, see, Melanie just, like, the way she tells stories, The way I explain it, she always gets to the punchline first, and then goes backward. So no, I was married when she met me, but she is also not a homewrecker. The divorce had nothing to do with. See what I mean by Melanie telling stories? The divorce had nothing to do with her.
I said we were friends.
But you can't put 2 and 2 together. You can't go 2 and 3 and make 8.
But it's funny that way.
Confuse that people. Sounds like a Hallmark movie. Hey, I know a guy that directs Hallmark movies.
It does.
I know one of my good friends, Chris, directed.
Tommy was just confused, and we were good friends.
Girls will watch the video tonight in bed.
And we turned him Astonishing. And I'm so glad for him that he's true to himself. And it made a whole lot of sense why we weren't connected.
Yeah, because you're both into dudes. That's why you weren't connecting. Anyway.
Oh, but he's a best friend. I love him.
Yeah, see, you already confused that crap out of Michael. Like, he's confused. Omar is married to his brother. Yeah, see, this is why I don't let Melanie tell stories. Oh, so one of the things about us as a couple is whenever, like, she knows I get mad when she's telling my story, right? Like, remember, what was it, the Nintendo DS story in the bathroom? I'll share that one later tonight. But anyway, we're at a party, and I hear her telling that story. And Melanie always tells the story by getting to the punchline first, not explaining
how my brain works. You hear what's in my brain, and then I say out loud the rest.
And I'm sitting across the room talking to other friends going, that woman is ruining my story. So I slide in and go, let me tell you how it really happened, okay? And that is our relationship. I
really said it like it sounded like you married your brother.
You were just all over the place. Because I was keeping tabs.
He's an adopted brother.
See, you don't need to add that. I have so much more questions now. What up?
Sugar Man?
Hey, Sugar Man, what up? No, Omar had his brother divorced. Yeah, see, this is what happens when you listen to Melanie's version of every story. A good episode title for your love story. Omar loves Melanie kills story.
Oh, I did write a little book. I wrote like a love story of our lives.
Oh yeah.
I think the girls Lydia was born, and then I stopped.
Yeah, we stopped. Zoom, what was your question, buddy? Let me go back. We were in the middle of Melanie's butchering our love story. This is why she's not a movie director or a screenwriter. Kentucky style.
No, if I wrote it down, it would make sense. That's why I write my stuff down for a video so it can make sense.
Omar, any chance for a Spider-Man by Joe omnibus? That's my favorite run. By Joe. I feel like that was a joke. Like Joe who? Joe Mama? Joe who? Joe Quesada? Or Joe Mad? Joe Mad only did Avenging Spider-Man. No. Yeah, he did Avenging Spider-Man, and he also did Wolverine and Spider-Man. No laughing. No. I'm trying to think. Joe who? Did you okay, I thought that was him, Joe Mama. I thought that was him. When will the gay brother guess? He has a name, Melanie.
I said Tommy. Dude, he's too shy. He doesn't want to.
All right, look. Let me tell you something right now. Omar, does Transformers IDW get better with Phase 2? I appreciate the nostalgia, but the story is kind of everywhere. 100% go with Phase 2. It is freaking awesome and game changer. Let me tell you the premise. Okay? Phase 2.
Do it. Go.
All right, this is how you probably tell a story to Melanie. All right. Phase 2 starts off with Optimus Prime. The war's over. Decepticons and Autobots not fighting after millions of years.
Oh my gosh.
Cybertronian war's over. There's peace. Optimus Prime takes the Matrix out and goes, I'm done. I did what I had to do. War's over.
Good for him.
Breaks the Matrix in half. The Matrix is broken in half.
Okay, I genuinely didn't know that.
Half to Bumblebee, half to Hot Rod. How can you do that? Hot Rod and friends blast off into space to go find the legendary Cybertronian warriors.
Lost light.
Good job. Yes. Bumblebee stays behind on Cybertron to put it together, make it sure everybody gets along.
Good for him.
Decepticons, Yay. Autobots, Predacons, other beings that are called back to Cybertron. So there you go. That's the premise. Are you still here? Roberto Rodriguez, I swear you better still be here because I just answered your question. That's the question. That's the answer. Was Melanie into comics?
Yeah.
She was certainly into dudes that like other dudes. That's what she was into.
He wasn't the only one.
No, that happened to her a lot.
No, the other one dated. I had crushes on people.
All right. Yes, Melanie was into comics.
Oh man, thank you guys. Making me laugh a lot. You all are so funny in the chat. So many people are clever.
I'm so confused. Melanie had me thinking I married Omar's brother. So yeah, she was into comics and into superheroes before we met. So she did a little video on the channel, and I don't mean that in a demeaning way. I'm sorry. She did a video on the channel where she talked about like her comic books of her youth, and kind of like the way she tells stories. She's like, I don't remember that. No, I like that cover. I don't like the lizard. Like that's sounds like an old woman like talking about comic books.
It was Calypso. I was like, or was it Lizard? It was Lizard Calypso. I don't care. I just channeled my inner child of what I thought. Oh, back then. Anyway,
I'm with Aria. Can Melanie tell all this stuff? Are you serious?
Oh, thank you guys. I'm glad it's entertaining and not annoying.
No, let me tell you, when she comes home, she's like, I got a work story to tell you. Boy, my brain is ready. Like, all right, let's decipher. I'm like Batman. Yes, right. Detective 6 out of 10. Trying to decipher the story that she's trying to tell because she leaves out names. She leaves out where she is. Oh, sometimes she just breaks into stories by just.
My mother. It's from my mother. This was years ago. She came into the room and she said, he's at it again. And me and my sister were like, who?
Oh, the ghost.
Him. The poltergeist. I was like, what? We were missing something, and she found it. Jeans. 3 weeks later in my father's closet. And I was I living at home? And I'm like, well, I don't want to put on these pants. They've got like other dimension goo on them or something. But just that's how we work. We don't say things out loud. It just felt like we already said out loud. You know what we're thinking?
Oh, yeah. And I'm the idiot because I don't understand what's going on in her head.
Right. Yeah. And then of all things, it wasn't a person, it's a ghost.
It's a ghost. And you were supposed to know who the ghost was.
Oh, and my Cowboy Bebop DVDs we found under the table. And my sister swears that she didn't take them.
Your sister took them. Omar and Melanie, have you kickstarted any interesting comics recently? We're going to actually do an overview of The Littlest Viking. Ben was nice enough.
And I want to read it with Alicia.
Yeah, you should. Well, we'll do it as a family thing. It looks really awesome.
Like it. It's so cute.
And the other thing I'm about to kickstart because of my buddy Joe, who's in the I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, Joe Guzman. He has sent me these the X-Men board game thing. And the X-Men board game looks awesome. Like, I don't even play board games, but the little collectible like figures are there. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need these. And it's $100. And then they keep adding tiers, and then I can go back and get the Avengers that were like $200. And I'm like, Joe, I'm not even going to get this until May of 2022, so I'm probably going to do it. I'm probably going to do it.
People are saying Louise from Ant-Man. I love that part. That cracked me up. I'm like
the recap.
I'm like Tyler from Super Squad D.
There he is. Joe Goose. Dude, it's your fault.
Tyler from Super Squad D, who you should check out. He cracks me up, and he's like, I just like to do things to crack myself up. And I'm like, me too.
Yeah, so is Melanie.
I'm not saying I'm necessarily funny to other people, but I crack myself up.
She does. Like, she laughs at her own jokes that she hasn't even told me yet. See what she's doing? Same thing. Matthew Mangy, my buddy, who is an amazing artist. It's X-Men United. Yeah, that's the one. Everybody should go and check out Matthew's artwork. He has an Instagram and a Twitter. Phenomenal artist.
He's got it on Discord.
Gail Simone is like really pushing him to keep drawing. And
really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man.
Wow. And then Gail Simone used Ace's picture of her for her icon, thumbnail, whatever the thing is called. Oh, hey. Yes. Thank you, Rob. Because I was trying, I kept meaning to bring back the poll because people were asking how many likes are on it. How long, when do you announce the results?
So we have over 3,200 votes for the poll. Like I said, we had to remove some that had the same IP. So try to pull a fast one on old Omar here.
Okay. Alf is how many? 6.7%. 216 people said if it's classy cool, it must be Alf.
Nobody cares about that.
I was one of those. I put Alf.
Okay. I can tell you right now that the one, doesn't surprise me, but the one that's leading the votes with holy moly is the one that's not even an omnibus. The one that I added on there because I figured that's the one that.
And remember, it's weighted voting. So your first choice has more say than the others. Actually, I don't quite understand how it works. But Louise and Joe, like
Jim.
Oh, sorry. Mad props to them.
They're amazing.
There are so many emails between them. And you guys had, well, for you, late night meetings because you're in other countries. for figuring that out, right? So that it wouldn't be like you only one vote per IP address or something like that. Oh no, now people are going to cheat.
Yeah, they're gonna go to their
another
mom's
IP
house.
address.
Way to break the system, Melanie. More than one per. No. I'm talking about like same machine, stuff like that. IT for 20 years.
Well,
baby.
if it's a different email from the same machine, then that's fine because it's a different email.
Yeah, but it could be
right.
joemama@hotmail.com.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, in my vote. Sadly, I don't think it ain't looking good for us that want Tomb of Dracula. just saying. Don't come yell at me.
I think I gave one of my votes to Tomb of Dracula.
Oh, I appreciate that. Damn you, IP Finder. It's my trip tonight. Where can I vote? If you watch the video of the omnibus that are out of print, there's a direct link in the description of that video where you can go and vote. And I'm leaving it open until next Friday at 8 a.m. So making it fair. Yeah, Eastern time. Sorry.
Eastern Daylight Time.
I voted for Tomb. Thank you for those that voted for Tomb of Dracula. It ain't looking good, guys. Just saying. So my wife and son submission still count.
It's another email.
Okay. We didn't remove them all, just some. Because there was how about this? The person that voted with the IP 25 times, first of all, props to you. Because holy moly.
That happened?
Yes. Because
awesome.
Holy moly, that's a lot of times you voted. But some of those have to be removed. Not all. I assume let's max out. You have 5 people in your house. But 25 people?
Brian can't find it. It's not in the video on your phone?
Yeah, it's in the description of the video of the ones. It's the video I did on Thursday, the out of print Marvel Omnis. That's the one you need to look for. Hayden, you cannot. So it's doing a little better than Tomb of Dracula, but it's not over. I don't want to give anybody's hopes up. So let's keep on going. At 20, that's what I said. I almost let them keep it because I'm like, man, they went through a lot of trouble.
Nope. You gotta be fair. I'm the fair teacher. Follow the rules. At Suncoast, you can't get a discount from me.
This is why I would have cheated in your class and you never would have caught me.
Really? I'm pretty good at it. Sometimes the
last thing I want to do is make anybody's girlfriend pissed at me. So
you didn't counter.
I did. I think I don't. What's your girlfriend's name? Cole is still releasing May 5th. Yes, I have my advanced copy of it, so I'll be doing an overview of that sometime soon.
Bar, you don't have to leave the live. Just it's up all week.
Yeah, it's up for another week, so you're good. You can stay here. Any movies you're looking forward to? Heck yeah, Amanda and I are looking forward to go seeing movies in the movie theater again, like God intended them to be seen. Black Widow, Eternals, Shang-Chi, Suicide Squad 2, Little Women 2. I just made that up. I wish. What's the other one? Oh, Spider-Man. Spider-Man comes out at the end of the year.
Oh, I didn't know that. Winter of Spider-Man. #man.
Spider-Girl Omnibus 2022. Man, I wish. I don't think those books sell enough.
She kind of exists. What are you talking about?
But anything's possible. I want Tom DeFalco stuff, man. His Fantastic Four, his run on Spider-Man, his Thor. One of the most underrated writers, and finally getting a lot of love though in Epic Collection.
Adrian, I'm not disappointed in you that you aren't studying. I did not assign homework as a teacher.
Yeah, she was one of
high
those.
School.
Look at that.
Because you need a life. You spent a good amount of hours, a work day working. It's just if you didn't get like an essay done. Okay, do it for homework. Most of the time, if you worked in class, you could get it done. That's it. That's my 2 cents on homework.
Everybody? Oh, Trent's here.
You pulled up green lasers.
Oh, yeah. It is under the video out of print Marvel Omnibus, and let's get some reprinted. Did I call it that? David was asking me how the poll was going. And I said, I'm actually like I expected it to go. I didn't expect so many votes. Y'all were killing it. First time I caught the live stream in a month. Happy to catch the end. Thanks, Trent. Good to have you here, buddy. All my picks were Spider-Man. I love it. There's a guy, I'm so sorry I cannot remember who you are, that said, I voted for my most favorite one, and that is Devil Dinosaur. And I was like, whoa. I think he might have been the only one. Yeah. Devil Dinosaur is like, what is it, 8 issues, I think, of an omnibus? The obscure return of Jack Kirby of Devil Dinosaur and Moon Boy. Love it.
It was 3,200 votes total. I think.
3,200 so far. Mm-hmm.
Do you hope to see the mutants in the MCU?
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely do. Michael M. and Devil. What's wrong with Devil Dinosaur, dude?
Thanks, John Carlos.
Hey, John Carlos, how you doing, buddy? I'm sneaking this in from work. Any word on Hick Avengers Complete Collection Volume 5? Thanks for the hard work, guys. Thank you. I have seen the list of Marvel Omnis so far from January to March. I'll be making some announcements. They are currently working on the Epic collections, and I'll ask for the complete collections too. So keep an eye out on the channel. Those should be coming out sometime soon. Dude, buena suerte, hermano. That's my buddy Chris from Mexico.
Going to a job interview.
Yeah,
Man,
good luck, my brother.
Nerve-wracking.
I was so easy with my job interviews. Like, I remember, because that is one thing I miss about my old job is interviewing people, because they were so some people were so nervous. And
you're such a good manager.
I miss that. I miss people. Thank you, baby. But like, I remember, like, I'm like, so the first question, when I could see it was somebody out of college, had never had an IT job. And I remember there were a couple ladies and a couple of guys that were just so nervous. I'd always break the ice. It was like, what is your favorite color?
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
Because they were so nervous.
I thought you were going to say, what is your favorite comic?
Because interviews are a pain, man. Like, when you go to an interview, and I've been plenty of them, like, they're like, well, tell us what this stands for. This is, what, oh my gosh, the anagrams and the definitions and things that you'll never use.
Do it, but you can't prove that you could do it.
Like, that always is so nerve-wracking.
Because you don't know the answers to what blah, blah, blah.
And I remember some of the most important questions, like, do you read comics? Do you like Marvel movies?
You did not.
I did.
Did you?
And some of them were like, I don't watch that stuff. I'm so sorry. And I'm like, well, it's not a deal breaker. I would joke with them. I'm like, well, sorry. But I do miss that. I miss that aspect of interviewing people, just breaking that ice, because there's a lot of jerks out there, and it's their jobs to be jerks, to hire the best person for the job. And sometimes the best people for the job that are the best people on paper don't cut out to be the best person for the job. Anyway.
What was that? You went to an interview and you needed a new belt?
I forgot my belt. Yeah. So I had to go and buy one.
Out. You were calling me, and you went to McDonald's to change.
I did. And
anyways, you need to change with a belt, though.
And the guy in the bathroom was like, "Whoa, buddy, it's gonna be a while." And
but why? But if you just need to put on a belt, why would
it was? Oh, I had to put on my suit. I had to change.
Oh,
yeah. SMTP. Yeah.
Wasn't funny at the time.
Was it weird to have to put stuff out that just came out on there? Like, dude, it was weird to put Inferno on there. Like, Inferno just came out, and places are still getting a second batch, but that's it. So it was weird. Yes, the interview, brother. I remember Charlie and Mac's interview where it was in the back of Bruce Jenner's picture. I would have loved if somebody came up.
The way Charlie wanted to eat an eraser.
Yeah.
He's gonna eat it.
We can't hire this beltless man. I thought I was gonna be called out. You never know with an interview, right?
Fraser said, we missed the super chat. I'm sorry, Fraser.
Let's go back and find it.
You'll probably have to go. Oh, there it is.
I got you, Fraser. Hey, guys, what's your opinion on the new Teen Titans Omnibus Volumes 4 and 5? Also, will Incorruptible, a companion, get restocked? Lastly, how's War of the Kings doing? Oh,
he's
getting his money's worth. I like Fraser. He's getting his money's worth. All right, buddy. Fraser. So, first of all, New Teen Titans Omnibus Volumes 4 and 5, solid. Even without George Perez doing most of the artwork in 5, it's still a solid book because it's still Mark Wolfman. When people ask me, like, do I continue reading New Teen Titans even though George Perez isn't drawing it anymore? Absolutely. That's like saying stop reading Uncanny X-Men because John Byrne left, or Dave Cockrum left, or Jim Lee left. You read it when Claremont writes it. Anyway, that's my opinion on that. And also, Incorruptible Incorruptible and Irredeemable Compendiums will get a restock. And as far as War of the Kings, I think War of the Kings will make it to the top 10. I see that happening again. Absolutely. I totally forget. Thank you, Fraser. Oh, look who's here!
Melanie shows up with a black belt. Hey,
there's our buddy Jacob. Whatever your name.
We did talk about manga earlier.
You missed it. You missed all the manga talk.
Put it in the chat. Your top 3 favorite manga. There we go.
Jacob, put it in the chat. Whatever personality you are.
Oh, they voted twice, right? No, he's in the manga now. You got to.
People already trying to sneak in some questions like this. Omar, if you've seen the early 2022 Omnis,
right. Oh my
will
gosh.
be the year of the spider.
John's nephew's getting into Venom. Any trade suggestions?
Yes, but here's a hint. It'll be the year of the person with a PhD. That's all I can say.
Whose question are you answering?
That one right there.
Okay,
I'm not going to go back.
Venom one.
Not the Venom one. So, as far as Venom, there is the Alien Costume Saga, Volumes 1 and 2. If you want to just get into Venom, they're reprinting the Todd McFarlane and David Michelinie Omnibus later on this year. That is definitely a place, but it's your nephew, and I don't know how much you love your nephew.
Trades.
If it's trade paperback, then get Venom Epic Collection Volume 1. And there's also the Birth of Venom? There's a trade paperback out right now. It's got Spider-Man fighting off the black costume, so.
Yeah.
Spider-Man had a PhD. Did he really? Does he? When he went back to school, did he go?
I don't.
Forget everything I said. It's Super
Thor?
Pro. Super Pro. It's the year of Super Pro. I wish. The year of the PhD. I can't even spell.
I think it is. Lorna and Havoc.
All right, fine. Y'all can have it. Lorna and Havoc. Yeah. Reed Richards. Sure. Road to Venom. That's what it's called. Thank you so much. Who said that?
Superior Spider-Man.
Cody to Venom.
The year of Superior
Cody
Spider-Man.
Summers. Thank you. Superior Spider-Man.
Doctor Strange.
How should I get into DC? Good question. I got into DC the roughest way possible, which was Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Oh gosh.
Issue number 8. That was my first DC comic. I was so confused. I was like, what? Flash is important. He just died. Like, he ran to death. This is so weird. Batman Year 1 is a phenomenal way to get into the DC universe. Honestly, I don't think it gets better. You start off with one character, focus on that character, and then see where it expands from there. Then you kind of wanted to see that character interact with other people, so probably Justice League is another good place. And JLA, one of the best runs by Grant Morrison. Flash by Mark Waid. But honestly, Jeff Johns is a little bit better. It's a little bit of a slow burn at first, ironically, but it gets so good. Trying to think of who else. I think that's Green Lantern Rebirth, but it takes a little bit to know what happened before then. So definitely Batman Year 1. Go from there. Can't go wrong with that. I love all these people that are guessing what the year of it's going to be. Omar, I'm curious about your tiers for
ties.
Ties. Your ties. Half Windsor, full Windsor, or Barry Windsor Smith.
I didn't even know that was a thing. He asked for comic book ties, so
I like that.
I went on eBay and bought him some.
And baby, we got to go full Barry Windsor.
What?
That's Barry Windsor Smith guy.
Is that like a type of tie or is that a person?
It's a tie. It's a type of. Honestly, I do. I think it's a half Windsor because I'm trying to rush it. So
it's the knots.
The tie is moving to another state. Anyone know of an omnibus teleportation? Oh gosh.
Go to your local comic book store. Is it Tuesdays? Because after Mondays they get shipments.
I would I would call them on Monday.
Oh, call them on Monday. And ask for some of them there boxes.
Yeah, absolutely. Good. Get those boxes from comic book stores. Have you ever cosplayed with each other? If yes, what characters were you or would you be if you did cosplay as a couple? Would you choose or for each other?
He doesn't like to cosplay.
I know. I've cosplayed as
Nightwing, and he looked really good.
I did Nightwing. That was a lot of fun.
Tina and Heather really helped me with the Death cosplay, which I've done more than once. I found those pictures yesterday too because I sent them to Ace. And who else? I've worn like just a Batgirl Halloween costume to a convention. Anything else?
You did Orin, right? Didn't you do Orin?
No.
Oh,
yeah, because I had the jacket, not like the actual coat. I love to see other people's cosplaying, and I wish that I could do it, but I can't. Oh well.
But does Omar have the butt to cosplay? Let me tell you something. I was doing squats, okay? I was doing a lot of squats.
Let me tell you something. His chest looked really good.
That's all I'm gonna say, Ace, okay? Where you at now, Ace? How's the Aquaman? Aquaman's actually, that's another good one. That's a good jumping on point for the character of Aquaman. Jeff Johns does a phenomenal job I like Peter David's run on Aquaman more, but I think new reader friendly. I think of Jeff Johns because that's kind of like the basis of the original movie.
You know what? You're too busy at conventions to even cosplay. Right?
Yeah.
You're on a mission.
I'm on a mission.
And then after the channel, you're on a mission, double mission.
To go buy stuff.
And record and interview. So triple mission.
Mm-hmm. Do you read Moon Knight comics? I do. But the question is, do you all? Because that Moon Knight Omnibus Volume 1 is still in stock, and we need it to sell out so we can get a Volume 2. Where y'all at? Where are all my Moon Knight lovers? Or just Moon Knight readers, rather. Dang it, I would really wish that book would have sold out so we could have a Volume 2. But hopefully when the TV show gets announced, they'll just go ahead and give us a Volume 2. That would be nice. I have the butt to cosplay as Nightwing. It's in wax, great material. You wax your butt? It's in wax.
I don't know, I'm confused.
I don't know what that means. Do I look it up? Waxing butts? Moon Knight will be out of print when the show comes out. Let's hope so. Dude, Charlie Houston, I want the Mark Spector stuff from the 90s. I know some people were like, about that run, but I really liked it. I bought them, then you did your duty. Buy that Moon Knight Omni. A few years ago, I won a Halloween contest on Lana Del Rey forum by dressing up as Mama June. Huh. What did you win? Like a CD? Is Lana Del Rey a singer? Who's Lana Del Rey?
I don't know who either one of those people are.
Oh my gosh. Next week going to be the Omni HC Geddon. I think so, right? What comes out next week? Next week we get Roger Stern Spider-Man. We get not Untold Tales. There's another omnibus. What comes out next week? I'm a little behind. I know from DC we get Flashpoint. There's another book that comes out next week from Marvel. What's the other Marvel? Thunderbolts. And then 2 Marvel Masterworks, 6 trade paperbacks from Marvel. So it's yeah. Buy that Thunderbolt. You won't regret it. You'll love it. I love it.
And those people are singers.
Okay.
Case one, bragging rights.
She won bragging rights. Okay. I'm late and hungover. Webhead Wayne. Pubs open again in the UK. You went to celebrate. Sorry, Omar. Melanie. I will be better. That's okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. Thunderbolts. Both of the criminal hardcovers are also coming out. They were delayed. That's right. Marvel, let me breathe. Both of those are good, though. Like Thunderbolts and Roger Stern Spider-Man. Both of those are good. Man-Thing. I don't want people to sleep on Man-Thing because that goes past the omnibus. That's a solid read. Aliens has been delayed. I want to say that Aliens comes out sometime in May, if I'm not mistaken. I know that All New Wolverine was pushed back until May. Uh-oh. You getting sleepy on me or you getting hungry? What's up?
No, I ate that Belvita crumby sandwich.
Aliens comes out in May 19th.
Ooh, that's a pretty cover.
East of West, the last print. I thought that came out last week. Is it coming out this week? Oh, when's the Flash? Dude, as soon as I get it. So I hope to get it today. It's supposed to be delivered today, but also it was supposed to be delivered last week. So hopefully it'll be out tomorrow. I don't know anything about the Thunderbolts. Will I be okay with just the omnibus? 100%. 100% you'll be okay. It explains everything you need to know in that very first issue. And if you watch my overview of Thunderbolts I did about a month ago, I did a spoiler section and a non-spoiler section, and both of them are timestamps in the description of the video to kind of give you an idea of what the artwork looks like.
Farhan Said was asking if Roger Stern's the best Spider-Man run for you.
Yeah, that's my favorite run.
I started reading it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's a great run. Define the character.
I'm really enjoying it.
It was the very first time a comic book fan became a comic book writer. So he grew up reading
in all of history?
Yeah, absolutely. I think of him and there was a couple of others, but it was him it was the comic book fan first. Started reading Amazing Spider-Man by Stan Lee and Ditko, and then got to write the characters. So that's awesome.
Mhm.
So and it helps that he could write too.
Mhm.
And then you know, I think 90s Omar would definitely say the David Michelinie and Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane's probably my favorite Spider-Man artist, but I think Roger Stern's writing was a little stronger. If you guys had superpowers, what would your origin story be?
I can't be creative that quickly.
So I can't be creative without getting adultish and perverted.
Maybe on the AMA tonight.
Maybe ask me again on the
That's
AMA.
a good question. Oh,
It's a good question.
I feel like a loser for not having an answer. Probably something silly, like making myself laugh.
Look, Ibsy's back. Did I miss anything?
Immortal Iron.
I gave a hint about some breaking news in early 2020.
And you missed it. Ha ha.
You could go back and you stepped up your game with the like and subscribe animation on the vids. That's all thanks to Andrew, our producer on the show.
Invisible Andrew. Because we have no idea how to make that stuff. And Off My Shelves is a new YouTube channel.
Oh yeah,
He's
that's
got
right.
Some really good reviews.
I went to watch one of his videos.
And it's nicely edited and produced.
So thank you, Off My Shelves. East of West is out all 3 volumes. So East of West, that's what I thought. I thought it did come out already. And this is the last printing, like the Rolling Stones, the last tour, but we'll see. Omar.
I'm also interested in your tiers. How early are your early access videos released? Where does one view them? And is your Discord a Patreon only incentive? Thanks.
So early, usually 24 hours, sometimes a week, depending on what video is. Sometimes a couple of hours because I'm like, I have to get the news out today. But I love you all. Here's some.
Here, you answered all then.
Here's what this is. Where does one view them? Patreon. Honestly, I don't know how it works. Patreon lets me put a video link up, and you click on the video link, and it's still through YouTube. Or you can watch it through Patreon. Or you can click on the link to go to YouTube. Of course, the Discord, that's this lady. I don't even have anything in that Discord yet. I can't even get access to it.
Monday, you're so stressed, and I'm like, jump on, and then for some reason it wouldn't allow you access.
Let me on Discord. I'm like, I guess you don't need me.
Yes, $5 and up. Access to Discord and their live silly channels and channels for artwork and channels for suggestions, channels for haul picks, and now bookshelf too. So this is how hard he works for you guys. The latest early access video, the poll, right? So you guys could go vote first. He's working hard on it and it's not working out. And I asked him to come take my pick for my Norse mythology thumbnail. And he did. And then he went back up and he's cussing. And I'm like, oh, shoot, I look really cute in this picture. But I'm covering Norse mythology, the title on Neil Gaiman's the actual prose book. So I asked Lydia to come down because I knew not to ask him.
I was in the zone.
Like, I need to get this out. Except she could, it's my daughter. She couldn't take the picture correctly. And I'm like, okay. I made a joke about it. I'm so prideful, but I look so cute. I'm going to use this one, even though I'm covering the title. The title's on the other books. You know what it is. But yeah, there's a lot of times that you are like working hard. And I'm like, interrupt.
It's not
like now we're working at the same time, right? Like I have to finish that Norse mythology. It was like 8:00. I finished filming it Wednesday night because you were like, me and Amanda got to get on. That's why you were late. Because I'm like, I'm trying to finish this video.
Yeah. Hey, I just gave you guys a Patreon idea. Make wax body parts for costumes.
Kind of
like a butt creepy. Wax body part. Hey, Omar, did you like X of Swords or 10 of Swords for those that read it? All right, here it is. I like the beginning. I like the concept. I like the artwork is phenomenal and it needs to be in oversized format. The execution felt like an Excalibur, like a classic Excalibur story. So if you're expecting gigantic fights, it's a little disappointing. Ingenuity and creativeness, solid, but a little disappointing when it comes to like the fights that you're expecting. There's a couple of really good fights, but then some of the trials are like kind of silly. I mean, you'll see what I mean when you get there. So no, that's not what I'm saying, Matthew. Look, they enjoyed your video.
Thanks, Bill. It was fun making it. I had to come back after the show to do the end.
Oh man. Omar, who do you like more? Like Carnage more than Venom? What about you, Melanie? Thoughts on Venom too? And
Venom.
hopefully she likes Venom more. I like Carnage more.
I've never seen the movies. I don't think I want to.
Like a turd on the wind, in the wind.
Nope. Venom is too classy for that line. Thank you very much.
Venom, we want to eat your brains. It's too classy.
Do you remember my review of Spider-Man versus Venom? That he also had those really poetic lines. He would wax poetic. Apparently, he would wax cosplay body parts poetic. And
oh, you're going back to that. Okay.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Omar, rereading All Criminal right now, and I was wondering what your favorite Ed Brubaker story is. Cheating, I would say Gotham by Gaslight, Gotham Central, but that's both Ed Brubaker and Greg Rucka. Ed Brubaker, ooh, Kill or Be Killed. I really like that. I love Criminal. You're right. Fatale is phenomenal. Gosh, each one of those books is so good.
You haven't read
Criminal then? I'll go with Criminal. It's awesome.
What did I get you for your birthday?
Stumptown, and that's Greg Rucka.
Oh, oops.
That's okay.
That's Sugar Man's guy.
I get them mixed up. Yeah. Hashtag Greg Rucka. Hashtag
Punisher Omnibus by Greg Rucka.
Omar, you don't like the dance contest and modeling contest and X of Swords? See, somebody knew what I was talking about. I'm just saying, if you're expecting a lot of fights. Thoughts on Xenoscope books? Well, it worked on me. That cover of Snow White on the Grimm Fairy Tales Omnibus worked on me, where she's scantily dressed, so they know their target audience. Guys like me. Now we'll buy a cover. Dude, I bought Banditas. That movie sucked based on the Penelope Cruz and Salma Hayek cover. That was a horrible movie. Nobody should watch Banditas, but that cover of both of them with the cowgirl hats, I don't know, cow person hats, whatever the heck it's called these days. Hot! That movie sucked.
Sugar Man, I don't know what my favorite Spider-Man cover is. That's a good question. I have to go back and look.
Spidey
I know, not like the Knight with his ridiculous proportions as he's falling off the building.
Was Spider-Man #1 has a classic cover, but so does Spider-Man 13, Adjective with Spider-Man by Todd McFarlane.
I'd have to look through my mini completely random collection.
I really the one where
What about you?
Hobgoblin is ripping up his costume is awesome too. During the Hobgoblin saga, that's a John Romita Jr. one.
You know what I'd like to see? Surely it exists somewhere. Spider-Man not being stalked by Venom, like behind, and he's scared, and he's in trouble, he's in danger. Like, no, them facing off against each other.
That was the cover to 375.
Good. Okay. I said it sure exists. All I can remember are the ones that
read that in the omnibus.
All that I can remember are the key words that I just said to you.
Okay. I ask, why do you like Carnage more than Venom? I already know you like Carnage. Oh, psychotic, unexpected, unexpectable. What's the word here, Melanie? I haven't eaten yet.
Nope, not
completely unexpectable. Uncanny Omar talk English one day.
You can't. What Astonishing?
What's the word for you can't expect what he's doing? Oh my gosh!
You all have to tell him. I ain't saying anything.
I'm not making up a word. Unexpectable.
I'm not answering you.
Are you serious? We're in the middle of a show. This is a live stream.
Because you won't listen to me. Defies expectations. Unpredictable.
Unpredictable. Thank you so much. I know somebody would help me out. Thank you so much. He's unpredictable. Thank you. You don't know what he's thinking. You don't know what he's going to do. And he kills for the pure pleasure of killing. There's
unpredictable.
So unpredictable. What did I say?
Apparently. I don't know. I'm not listening.
Okay. Wow. America. Mercurial. Yes. I read America.
I learned that word.
Impregnable.
The other day. That's a good word.
I'm sticking with unpredictable. Thank you so much, Mega Shremzer, for the super chat. Hi there. So 2022 will be the year of the PhD. I had no idea Alf had a degree. Did you read the new Stan Lee bio? And if yes, did you like it? I have not read it. I've not read it.
What about anti-predictable? And I agree.
I like that. With what?
He's pretty predictable. He'll kill.
Carnage? No way.
Yeah.
No.
That's
Spider-Man can't sense him. Hello, unpredictable, and you don't know who he's gonna go murder. Predict that. Am I having an argument?
I love that book. Thank you for the super chat. For Algernon.
I do too.
Love that book.
That's the what is the character's name? Because the movie was named after the character.
Charlie.
Was it Charlie? It was Charlie, wasn't it? That was his name. Oh, and in Always Sunny. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It's a great book. I love the way that it's written. Like it's his diary, right? So he starts off.
Yes. Oh
like,
man.
you can't understand what's happening. Then he gets super smart. Then it gets to the point where you're like, I don't know if I can understand this. I was in the 8th grade when I read it. I don't think I can understand it now. I can't even think of what unpredictable is. I made up unexpectable. That's a word too.
Thank you, Keith.
Thank you for the super chat.
Hey guys, voting for the first time. For those Secret Wars Omnis, they do not get enough love. Any help for other Omnis to be printed?
I didn't even check that because I don't. Let me look really quick where those are.
Somebody's asking about La Mano de Destino.
Destiny's Hand?
Yeah. Have you read it?
No, I haven't. Hold on. I tell you what, they're performing better than Tomb of Dracula. So there's always hope. Thank you so much for the super chat, Keith.
Oh, okay.
There are people that are there's a lot of people that voted for that. What's the most unpredictable Omni print to be announced?
Unexpected-ish. I'm trying to read these.
Unexpectable?
No. Ace, if I didn't talk about feet today.
Also vote for Star Wars if I remember correctly.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Isn't that the longest? That's the longest English word.
I wonder if it's still true.
Oh, I wonder too.
No, you don't.
I never wondered these things. Marvel Comics: The Untold Story is a very good read too. On the fence about the Namor epic. Only familiar with him via guest appearances, and I'm not a big fan of double dipping. Thoughts? Thanks. Complete a sake, you need it. If you like all the epics, get it. If you like Namor and you want to know everything from the beginning without interruptions, get it. It double dips, much like the Silver Surfer Epic Collection Volume 1, with a ton of Fantastic Four, some Avengers, some X-Men, one issue of X-Men. The Daredevil issue, which is freaking awesome because it's drawn by Wally Wood, and it's the first time you see Daredevil with his red outfit. And then you get those issues drawn by Jerry what's his name? Jerry Conway. So, for completeness sake, you need it. But if you want to wait until Volume 2 will have a lot of the stuff that was not collected before previously, unless it's Masterworks format. And yes, Captain Britain was completely unpredictable and expanded. It blew my mind when I got that message from David. I was like, really? And he's like, and it's gonna be bigger. And I was like, awesome.
Michael Hood can't wait for the X Factor Archangel Epic Edition.
That comes out this week because I'm doing an advanced overview of that on Tuesday. I do overviews of books that come out for the week in Marvel. Mm-hmm. Unpredictable X-Men sounds like a rock slide and ecstatics one shot. Good joke. Longest word, I concur.
Oh, I'm not trying. I can see the compounds. I can see it all split up, but I'm not trying.
Sure, me too. I can see
hear me try to say in Norse mythology, the names of people and the words. And I added some extra syllables in.
Howard the Duck. Here, go to Mega Shrimpster. The Howard the Duck Omnis came out of nowhere too. That's David's favorite comic.
Bye, Michael.
So, yeah. Can kind of see why that came in and why the Marvel Masterwork 300th anniversary volume was David the Duck, Howard the Duck. So that's where the love of Howard the Duck comes from. I love Steve Gerber's run. And we're gonna get Chip Zdarsky Howard the Duck Omnibus too. So
yeah, I want to read that.
Mm-hmm. Steve Gerber's awesome though. It's so different.
No, I believe you.
Okay.
I just because I've read Zdarsky, so now I will tell you, I started with Zdarsky's Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
Uh-oh. You and Zdarsky breaking up as friends now?
it didn't touch my heart as much as Daredevil.
Well, no, Daredevil's different though. Daredevil, you're reading it from the perspective of a man that has been a superhero for a long time, and
So
just
Spider-Man.
yeah, but it's different because the Spider-Man is still young. Like he feels like a young Spider-Man, whereas Daredevil is run down and has been at this game for a long time. He's older.
So I don't think I'll be finishing it.
You mean Melanie's ex-best friend, Chip Zdarsky now?
That made me feel so good. And that's the video that I've ever, the most views I've ever had on video. So I was really glad he shared it.
1961 Omni seems like a very weird release. Sounds like something that won't sell at all. Yeah, there's some. I'll tell you what, though. There's a lot of things in there that are being released for the very first time in a collected edition format. And you have purists, the people that like that stuff from the Golden Silver Age, that will get it. I mean, there's a reason why Golden Age books sell. You know, I was in the same mentality. I'm like, well, why is DC releasing so many Golden Age Batman and Superman books? Who's buying this? There is a huge market for that stuff. Same thing with Marvel. So,
Mega Shrimpster says that poor Matt Murdock has been through everything twice.
yeah.
What?
Steve Gerber made a Conan ripoff, Born from a Jar of Peanut Butter. He's a special writer. Steve Gerber thinks outside the I'm sorry. Rest in peace. Thought outside the box. That's why I respected a lot of the things that he did. And he was way ahead of time. Like, way ahead of his time.
That sounds like stories I made in elementary school. They were fun. Oh, good.
See?
Andrew Buckle book reviews. Love my Golden Age books. Just got the
Captain
CA
America.
one. Hey, Manuel. Manuel, sorry. I'm so used to my brother-in-law being called Manuel. Manuel. Is there a Marvel versus DC Omnibus? Is that comic fan? I don't think so.
You would be correct. Was there one solicited? Yes. The Uncanny Omar added to his cart for 4 years before they finally pulled it off the catalog. Yes. So it was solicited, but it never came out. And it was a volume 1 of what could have been. I got 5 on it. We got 5 on what? Amazing Asian. What you got?
Thank you, Amazing Asian.
Green Lantern saying the dog's crying for a walk, and I told him 1 p.m. Have a good weekend. Have a good weekend, buddy. 1961 Omnibus kind of makes sense, though, since it coincides with the 60th anniversary of Marvel Age of Comics. Also that.
Yeah.
But it's the first.
Hi, Graham.
It's definitely a. What's up, buddy? Look at Graham, old school with his Avengers here in the Silver Age.
Oh, Graham, we could have been talking dirty before if you weren't on the chat. No, Gabriel was on.
What is with you? First, you're trying to get canceled with the mutant lovers, and now you're like, yeah, we gotta be talking dirty. All right, it is getting to be 1 o'clock, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for this Saturday live stream. I will be doing another video tomorrow. It might be the X-Men Reading Order Part 3. I'm giving our patrons early access to that. Or it could be the Flashpoint Omnibus overview. So, Omar, wait, Omar, last question. Today, do you use any type of reading book stands for really huge omnis like Final Cry? I do not. Reading book stands right here. Look at that. That's how you work those arms. I'll do those colossal Conans. Will work your arms out if you're reading. If you're reading them sitting down, you will lose the use of your legs.
You lose the feeling in your
legs. That will go to sleep on you, man. So I never have. Sometimes I read them in bed. Sometimes I read them on the table, though. All kidding aside. So anyway,
easier, right?
Can you remember the name of the graphic novel, The Lost Mickey Mouse Stories you reviewed? Oh my gosh, what is that called? I think it is called something Lost Mickey. IDW published it. It's a bigger size book. Dang it! What was it? I'll put it in the description of the video when I find out what it is. Everybody, please don't forget to hit that like button. Check out our spread shop. It's a great way to support the
15%
channel.
off for 2 more days. And ask me anything tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Technically, it's Eastern Daylight Time. But
whatever.
EST, Eastern Standard Time. And thank you so much for hanging out with us. And Ace, I can't wait that long to drive to your house and eat lunch with you. I'm sorry. I need it now.
Hit the like button, everybody, on
Yeah.
the way out. Thank you so much. Brian, I love you, dude, so I'm going to answer this question. Life and Times of Scrooge McDuck is included in the 10 volume or the 5 box sets. So no need to buy it unless you love that story like I do. There's a big $250 deluxe limited edition coming out later this year, and I'm a fool. I may be getting that. Everybody, stay healthy, stay safe out there. Check out our Patreon. Eat some minties. Sugar Man, good to see you here. And it's good to see all of you.
Stay minty.
That was a long goodbye. Stay healthy and safe, everyone.